Hello, everyone. Welcome to this November edition of the Winestream. Some of you guessed, but most of you were completely in the dark who our special mystery guests would be. I'd like to welcome back Tianlong, the celestial dragon, all the way from the skies over the mystical Asian countries of Canada.
I was about to say, were you referring to Canada? Because the last time I checked, that was most certainly mystical, but not necessarily Asian.
Yes, true. Now, before we begin, remember how Patreon has got here. I got a special version for Tien here.
Dude, this is written in Korean.
What?
I'm a Chinese dragon. This is Dude, not all Asian languages look the same.
Well, they look alike to me. Okay, are you over the, you're a participant in 18-plus content, you understand that?
I understand. I don't know if I knew that, but I understand that.
You attest that you are of the age of majority in the country where you reside.
I think I was older than the people that came up with the age of the majority.
You can prove your identity, and we can do that. I'll get actually, let's shift this guy a little bit here. Bit off center. There we go. I shall look at your state-issued ID. You consent to your image being uploaded to, published on, and downloaded from Patreon by the content creator, that's me, and or by viewers of the content.
Well, I guess so. If I'm here, then I guess that is a yes.
Okay, good. And you also agreed that the content creator, that's me, can store your consent for 3 years, and producing it to a third party under contract is required by law or pursuant to network rules.
So what you're saying is that if, some person with a suit and tie and a briefcase asks for proof, then you're going to show them this Winestream?
Yes.
All of the Winestream?
All of the Winestream, yes.
I hope they enjoy what they see, but to the lawyer in 3 years' time that will be looking at this, yes, I agree.
Now, have sung each part and recorded it. That's pretty much it, really.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then there's a little bit of, technical wizardry involved, but, that was all Kage.
Yep. I would play it, but I'd probably get a copyright strike on myself. So
yeah, probably. Well, that's the thing is that you could play it, but you could distort it and sing it off key, then they wouldn't pick it up.
Like I normally do?
Yes.
Yeah.
Tuna, 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 fish, 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 tuna, tuna, fish, fish, wonderful fish, 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 wonderful fish, tuna, yum, yum, bumblebee, bumblebee, tuna, I love bumblebee, tuna, yum, yum, bumblebee, bumblebee, tuna, I love a sandwich. Yum, yum, bumblebee, bumblebee, tuna. I love bumblebee, bumblebee, tuna. Yum, yum, bumblebee, bumblebee, tuna. I love a sandwich made with bumblebee.
Maximus Wolfhart is wondering, how would Stephen Colbert have me? Here is how Stephen Colbert would have it. It is one of my nightmares and wet dreams at the same time to be interviewed by Stephen Colbert. Because have you ever seen one of Stephen Colbert's interviews?
Oh, absolutely.
He asks people questions and they answer, and the answers are stupid. And it's like, why are these people saying this shit? That's because they're not answering the questions he asked. He is perfectly free to edit that interview all he wants.
I was just about to say it's because of the fact that people don't know what the actual final product looks like. They can say whatever intelligible things that they want, but at the end of the day, if the producers find it funnier to switch all the answers around, then they'll do that.
So here's what would happen. Mr. Colbert would say, so what's it like having sex in a fursuit? And I would say, well, Mr. Colbert, you need to understand that's not what fursuits are for. These are pieces of artwork. These are literally mobile art installations. These things can cost thousands of dollars. Some of these folks won't let you get close to them with a cup of coffee, let alone something like that. And he would say, "Oh, now I understand." But your convention, Ethicon, it's in Pittsburgh in July. Don't you have? I mean, it's July, isn't it? Like 98 degrees out. What it's like being in a costume outside. And I'd say, "Oh, it is hot. I can't deny it. It is probably the hottest thing you're ever going to see." Some of these people, as a matter of fact, it's so hot they can barely stand it. Then the interview comes out. "So what's it like having sex in a fursuit?" "Well, it's hot. I got to tell you, it's the hottest thing you're ever going to see." That's how the interview would come out. Yeah. Maximus Wolfhart. "What can I say or do to get my therapist and my parents to understand that furry is not a fetish and just a means of hiding, that there is nothing in it that is not normal?" Maximus, first off, if you're over the age of 18, tell all of the above to fuck off. If you're under the age of 18, don't bother. That is my advice to you. If you are still under your parents' onus, just, I'm sorry. That's how life is. If you are 18 years old, you are your own person. You don't need to explain anything to anybody. Live your life and enjoy it.
And I'll tell you right now, Maximus, that there are far, far more examples online right now of the good examples of furry versus the bad examples of furry.
Yes.
No matter what you might hear on social media, no matter what you might think furry is seen as, there are many, many more examples of what good furry has done for society as a large versus all the bad stuff. So if they don't want to listen to that, then I'm sorry to say there's probably no help in convincing them otherwise.
Look for a video online. Lisa Ling. This is Life with Lisa Ling, furries, on CNN 4 years ago, something like that.
Something like that.
If that doesn't do it, nothing will. You can look up a documentary called, what's the documentary called?
The Fandom?
The Fandom. Yeah, look that up.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see.
And Arco does recognize the minstrels that you showed as well. Okay, It seems like you've got the attention of the British.
Here's the thing. I was on VR chat, and I was talking with Arco and Drax, our two posh English fellows. Yes?
Don't forget Silver.
Oh, well, Silver wasn't there that evening.
Oh, okay.
It was Arco and Drax that evening, and Arco mentioned that he had Galaxy Minstrels in his room. Drax literally ran over to Arco's place, ran in, and mugged him for his minstrels.
Well, because Drax is a hooligan.
Well, no, Drax is a demon. Well, actually,
yes.
I guess that's kind of the same thing.
I was going to say.
Yes. Okay, he's a demon, but he's not a chav.
Okay, as long as he's not a chav, you only find those up in, what was that area you called? Sunderland.
Sunderland, yeah.
Yes, you only find them in Sunderland.
Well, the fact that...
Maybe Birmingham if you look hard enough.
The fact that Drax, I consider Drax my inner demon. He's amazing. He is everything evil that I try not to show to the world. I had to try some of these because I said, "What is this minstrels of which you speak?" And he said, "I cannot describe them. They are chocolate bliss." So I got some, and he is right. They are. I'll tell you what. I don't think they're going to interfere with the sake. I'll give you one here. Give me your hand. Actually, I can try to drop kick it into your mouth, but sorry. Head back. All right. Yeah. No. Yeah. There. Did I get it? Yeah. Right. Yeah, you can see now why you would mug your best friend for this shit. Mike. Oh, do you want the minstrels or the sake? Minstrels or sake? Minstrels or sake? That's a 750ml bottle. There's a lot more left. Yeah. I have 2 more bags.
Yeah. These are like if M&Ms or Smarties were made with actual chocolate.
Yes. Yeah.
But that's the thing is that
Yep.
for those of you that do not know, in America, a lot of products that you would consider sweet do not have any actual sugar in them. That is a thing. They do not. If you look into, for example, a bottle of Coca-Cola in America, that does not actually have any sugar in it. It has aspartame. It has Splenda. It has all sorts of different bullshit.
High fructose corn
High
syrup.
fructose corn syrup. That is what I wanted to say, but I didn't say it.
Yeah.
But this shit actually tastes like if Smarties and M&M's had actual sugar in it.
Jarl asks, is there an estimate of the percentage of furs who are scientists, doctors, lawyers, other professionals? We don't have such an estimate, and maybe Fur Science does, actually.
Well, considering that fur science themselves is made up of a team of doctorates that are, like well-respected professionals in their field of study.
That's another thing. Look up Fur Science. I think it's furscience.org.
Yes.
Now, here's the thing. We have just given you 3 excellent resources. If these people are not willing to listen to it, fuck them. You are not going to change their minds. If they're not going to pay attention to those 3 resources, fuck them. There, I said it, and I'm glad I said it. Tell them to go to hell and to take the goddamn mule they rode in on with them. I think I'm getting a little off topic here.
Perhaps a little bit. The moral of the story is, don't be afraid to be who you truly are. That's the moral of the story.
And if your parents say, why are you into this? Say, okay, mom and dad, it's cheaper than heroin, okay? Tell them that. Yep.
My handler actually used that exact line on their parents as well.
Yep.
My handler actually told them, would you rather have I become a drug-dealing or drug-addicted, son of a gun on the streets, peddling, this shit or begging for this shit, or would you rather have your son be a giant 6-foot-tall dragon running around conventions and making other people happy and actually making friends?
Yes.
Because a lot of people don't realize that, the furry fandom, the biggest appeal is the social aspect, right? The fact that, for many of us, we did not have a lot of options socializing when we grew up. Not to say that we were completely out of options or completely inept at socializing, but furry gave us a way of actually feeling like we belonged. And that is something that people don't understand if they've never understood what it was like to not belong.
The mention. I do mine without.
You do yours without.
Yep.
Okay.
Here's a question from Maximus Wolfhard. For either one of us, I'll let you read it then.
All right. Well, Uncle Kage or Chin, do you think that the rise future young furs will stem from the Nick Jr. cartoon Paw Patrol? I think we've already seen quite a massive boom of younger furs in our fandom. And, we see them online, we see them at conventions. They just keep getting younger and younger while we kept getting older and older.
And Still Twit is asking, Maximus Wolfhard says, when driving a long time, Maximus listens to my furries in the media panel, which you laugh hysterically a lot at. Well, in that case, I did my job. Thank you so much. Yep.
And now for something completely different.
I'm going to pull this oot. Don't screenshot this. I'm going to pull this. Oh. Don't screenshot this. Oh. Stop it. Stop it. Don't screenshot this. Okay.
I didn't know when you were talking about
I'm having trouble. God damn.
Goodness.